Okay, today is January 23rd, Thursday, and today is actually my birthday. So today I turned 16. But yeah, besides the point, today I learned, and kind of over the past few days, I've been learning that sometimes you just need to take life a little less seriously, I guess. Like a lot of the things that I'm trying to do, it's really not that deep, I guess. Because life is a serious thing, and you should take life seriously. You shouldn't just, throw your life away. But for me, because I want to achieve a lot of different things, right? I feel like I'm a high achiever. Like, I want to have a big YouTube channel or whatever. I want to play softball in college. I want to do all these things. But then I was literally thinking, it's not that deep. I don't need a YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers. I don't need to play softball in college, right? I don't need those things, and stressing about something that is honestly unlikely to happen is I shouldn't stress about it. Now, if I really, really, really know that I really want to do that thing, then sure, I should be working towards it, but I should stop stressing about it. I even got a comment on one of my last videos, and it was like, you're doing a lot and you just need to make sure you're taking it slow and you're not doing too much, and kind of calm down a little bit. And that kind of just was a reminder. I kind of just relit that thought, because I've been thinking about that a lot recently, because it feels like I'm trying to do a lot and I end up stressing about it. But then I just need to realize, it's not that deep. And today was my birthday, right? And I feel like your birthday is, a big day of the year, right? And throughout the entire day, I was not thinking that much about my YouTube or my softball as much as I am on other days. I was really just thinking about, my relationships with, my friends and my family and, people I know, and just the things that, music. I was thinking about, playing drums is a hobby of mine, and I've been thinking more about that, and I was thinking less about all of these kind of, in a way, sometimes they're stressful things, like my YouTube and my softball, even though I do love doing them, right? But they can be stressful, and I thought a lot less about them and thought more about the happier things, I guess, my relationships with people and music and stuff. But obviously these are still things I want to achieve. It's not like these are things that are completely overwhelming and making my life horrible, right? I love making these videos and I love training and playing softball. It's just when I think about achieving higher things, right? Looking forwards into the future and what I want to achieve, that kind of thing stresses me out, right? So just recently I've been thinking I don't need to achieve the best in all of these things I'm trying to do, right? So if I have a YouTube channel, I don't need a YouTube channel with 10 million subscribers and be a full-time YouTuber. I feel like that would be the top, the highest you could go, right? I don't need that. And I don't really think about it in that way, but the way that I stress about it, it's almost as if I am thinking about it that way. And then in softball, I feel like the highest you could go is professional or D1 college softball. I don't need to do that, right? With all these things that I like to do and all of these goals I want to achieve, you don't need to achieve the highest thing, because there's a thing, you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything you want. You can't be the highest achiever in every single aspect of your life, right? I mean, I'm sure you can, but I don't think I think that will lead to a life of lots of stress and lots of just unhappy days, right? And obviously, you can still want those things and you can still work towards them, but I think just recently I've just been realizing to not stress about them so much. I'm not saying that it's bad to be ambitious, and I'm not saying it's bad to try to achieve high things for lots of things. I'm just saying that if you find yourself stressing a lot about it, stressing a lot about all these things you want to achieve, stressing a lot about how you're not doing enough, just take a chill pill. Even if it's just for a day, right? Try to not think about it for a day and see how that turns out. Journal about it. Think about it. Actually break down, do I really want to achieve this goal? If so, how can I get there? And if you don't really want to achieve this goal, but you just want to keep it as something you're doing, then that's perfectly fine. Like, let's say this isn't really a goal for me, but like, let's say I wanted to get like 10 million subscribers or something. If that was a goal, then I would be working my butt off to get that goal done. But right now, that's not really a goal for me. I'm kind of just having this channel because I want to talk about things and I want to help people, right? So I can kind of just take a chill pill, figure out like what's my system and execute on that system. And that's what I'm doing. If you're at a level 5 with something, you don't need to be stressing about level 20 things. Because let's say I'm at level 5 with my YouTube, I don't need to be stressing like someone with 1 million subscribers would be stressing about their channel, right? I don't need to be stressing about my YouTube the way a full-time YouTuber would stress about it. So if you're at a level 5 in something, you don't need to be stressing about it like a level 20 person like would. I think maybe there is a benefit to that. Maybe it helps grow more and to become the level 20. But for me personally, I've found that is just not useful. And it just leads to stress and anxiety. I guess just in general, what I've been learning the past few days is to just stop being anxious. Because a lot of times, like, I've been thinking, like, I have been kind of dealt. I don't say this to be like boastful, and I don't say this to like try to say like I'm better than you or anything, but I'm just saying this in a grateful way. I've been dealt a really good hand for my life. Like, I have good relationships with my family and friends. We're not like we're pretty comfortable. I live a comfortable life. I have good relationships with people. I have this opportunity, like I have these devices, I have these things where I can use to create this channel. I have this mic, I have this phone, I have this computer, right? I go to a great church. I've been dealt a very good hand in my life, and the fact that I'm stressing about these things, it's kind of just like, why am I stressing about these things that I have a privilege to have? Like, I stress about my YouTube, but like it is such a privilege that I have like 1,600 subscribers. That's 1,600 people. That's a lot of people. If 1,600 people were in a room and I was just talking to all of them, that would be so scary. Like, that's a lot of people. And I'm so blessed to have that. And yet I'm like stressing about it. I'm like, oh, I need to do all these things, right? Like, I'm stressing about these things that I have a privilege to have and that are huge blessings to my life. When there are much, much worse problems that I could be stressing over. So, yeah, I guess this is just something I've been learning recently. I don't know if you've needed to hear this, but I guess your takeaway for today is to just be grateful where you're at. If you're watching this video, then you have a device. You have a nice device that can function. Like, be grateful that you have that. Be grateful that you have these things and that you could have much worse problems. And I guess the main thing that I learned today is to just not stress so much and to be less anxious and to just try to not be anxious at all. Because that's just a much better way to live life. And like I said, if you're at level 5, you don't need to be stressing about level 20 problems. I think for today's verse of the day, this is perfect for what I'm talking about. It's Matthew 6:25. I'm kind of going to go around that little paragraph. Therefore, I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? And then I'm going to go down to verse 33 and 34. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. So that's just been a few verses that have been really helpful for me, because I've been learning like to just don't be so anxious about these things that you have a privilege to have, right? Another verse in, I think it's 1 Peter, it's like, cast your anxieties upon the Lord because he cares for you. That has also been a verse that's been really helpful. So yeah, that is what I learned today on my birthday. Don't be so anxious about life, because a lot of times it's just not that deep. You don't need to be achieving the highest things in every single thing that you do, and you don't need to worry about level 20 problems when you're at a level 5. So, thank you so much for watching. If you found it helpful, if this kind of spoke to you at all, then I'd love to hear it in the comments down below. Give the video a like. Share this video with others if you think they would find it helpful. Join my Patreon. There's a free version and a paid version, but basically it's just a community where I'm sharing just like more thoughts on like these videos and just things I've been thinking about a lot recently. So if you just want to join a community of learning about life, then that's in the description. There's a free and a paid option. But that's chill. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. This video is specifically recommended for you, so if you find that interesting, then definitely click on it. You can subscribe in this corner, and if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!